Hey guys, so I realized what I think is causing eye issue. I connected in with spirit, was actually asking, and I got a very clear message. And it makes a lot of sense because a couple weeks ago I kept hearing I needed to detox my beauty routine. Didn't think much of it, just figured I have to do that eventually. Came up in a couple readings with other people. It was like a message for them, but also it was a message for me. And now I'm realizing everybody's body's different. People can be having sensitivities in all different ways. And what I realized is there's little beauty sponges, so I'm not the greatest about rinsing them out all the time. So I did that, I washed it, but I thought about it. It's a very delicate area around your eye. My eyes are sensitive to begin with. Normally I apply my makeup out, and I actually did it all the way across. This area here for me is just more sensitive than other areas, so it may have happened to me, it may not have happened to me that way. I'm gonna keep an eye on it and see how it progresses as it heals, because I know it's healing. It actually is looking better, and I want to show you what I used. This is a product that I used, and it's an amazing product, and I actually put a little bit on my eye, and very, very soothing. So I feel like this is going to really help heal it. And this product has in it frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, melaleuca, and lavender. These are all very healing oils, especially for the skin. And I've been using frankincense anyway. That was the only thing that didn't bother it. Lavender even was a little sensitive for it, although that's really good for burns. Melaleuca is great for your skin, and cedarwood is very grounding, also very cleansing and healing. Native Americans use cedarwood in sage, and they make like a cleanse, so it's really good to cleanse your skin as well. So it does look a lot better. I have a little bit of makeup on because I do need to go see clients later on. Reach out, let me know, because I'd be happy to share it with you. It's called CorrectX. Sorry, I didn't even show you what it's called. Let me know. I sell it. It's a great product. I know it works, and we're going to see how it feels better as the days progress. But as soon as I put it on, it's very soothing. I don't know if you guys can tell. Winking at you. It actually feels a lot better. It's very hydrating. This is great for cuts, abrasions, anything else. And if you guys use Neosporin, this is a much better alternative. Neosporin has a lot of chemicals in it, so it works. It's good stuff, but it definitely has a lot of chemicals, where this is all this has in it, like I said, is frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, melaleuca, and lavender. And that is it. So really good products. Heals cuts really, really quick. I use it sometimes as a lip balm. It's great as under eye to remove bags, although you can still see them a little bit. But I have to say, I put a little bit more on this side than this one, and look at the difference. Definitely this one. I may have to put some on this one now. The bag is definitely less than this one. So, interesting concept. You learn lots of cool tips when you're trying things out on yourself. So again, the product that I used that I think is causing this would not have normally caused any issue, I don't believe, for anyone, except I may be allergic to something in it, in my delicate area, like my skin, and I washed my little brush with it. It's just a detox of all beauty products, maybe for myself, because I was going through a lot of detoxing, so who knows. So I also think, it's underlying issues, though, that still, everything starts as an emotion. It's all starting from within, so it's something I obviously didn't want to see for a long time that was then brought to the surface. And to me, when things come to the surface and you allow them out, they can heal. So if you have something you're dealing with and maybe it's not being brought to the surface like you'd like it to be, I ask that you go in, dive deep. If you need help, I can help you with that. And you can ask yourself what you need, and I'm able to tap in and ask your subconscious, so I can get in there for you and really help push that process along, because in the end, ultimately, this is, I believe, why this came. I'm doing a lot of deep inner work. I really want to share this with you so you understand it. The other day I did a big shift, and I was able to release grief. Now I work as a medium, and when you're dealing with the public and you're dealing with your own grief and your own things that, maybe through life we've suppressed in different ways, what was revealed to me doing this work is that you can't fully step into the place or the person that you want to be until you dive deep and deal with your own issues. So in doing the work, again, I couldn't share this with all of you guys and do the work for my clients if I didn't do the work myself on myself. So the other day I actually went for a long walk, because this is when this kind of came up, and basically my skin was, I was calling it like erupting, because it was kind of like coming to the surface where it needed to be revealed. And think about it, when we're in pain or we have issues, usually it's because something in our life or in our body or whatever it is, it's the body screaming at us emotionally on such a deep level that we've been suppressing it and pushing it down for years and years and years. But what I found was this grief that I was processing or trying to process was from lifetimes. It's compounded grief from lifetimes. I don't think it's all mine. I actually know it's not all mine. This is grief that I've brought in from other lifetimes, and I believe that's why I'm doing the work I'm doing now, because I needed to step into something that has brought me here from, other lifetimes, just stepping into each time we're reborn into a new bodysuit, per se. We decide to come to this earth, pick our parents, pick our families, pick our soul families, and we connect and we dive deep into that, and we don't always know where we're going. And like I was saying earlier, we're always on that path that leads us back home. And we're born into this world knowing that it's guaranteed, we're all going to take that path and go back home. We don't always know how we're going to get there. I think a lot of times none of us know how we're getting there, and that's the best part, when you let go and just allow. So that's what I did, and long story short, I let it in, and I heard, this is not just yours, this is compounded grief from lifetimes. So I think a lot of it had to be brought to the surface in order for me to then release it. So then I went and had a big old cry, and I don't know if you guys do that, but that's how I have a holy shift. I'll literally let go of so much stuff, and it's so freeing, it's so cleansing, it feels really good. And actually, as soon as I did that, this all healed. This completely went away the other day. I even have before and after pictures of where it was and then where it went, and I will put them in the comments below. It wasn't until the next day, and I did hear, let me preface this too, when I was doing this work, I tuned in to see how long this would take before it would actually fully clear, and I got 15 days, which would actually be the 27th of this month, January. Today is the 17th, I believe. So be interesting to see what comes up. I think too, dealing with the public, setting boundaries, learning, doing this work, transitioning into my full self, my best self, the best version of me that I could be at this time in my life. And I'm sure as things go along, we all transition into where we need to be as things evolve. Where we are now is not where we'll be down the line. So, it's okay. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not even upset about this. It kind of freaked me out at first, but I'm kind of actually accepting it and kind of like, you know what? It's good. It's good because, first of all, it's teaching me to love the skin I'm in, not to worry about what other people think. You know what? I think we all have that a little bit where we kind of hold on to like, oh my God, I don't look good. And I thought, you know what? This might help someone else, because if someone sees this and they're going through this, I can help them. It may or may not be the same thing that happened to me, but I can suggest things that I think would help them, and maybe go through some of those emotions, help them release it, so then it can come up and then come out. And then once it comes up and out, guess what? It's like the heart. When your heart breaks, it literally has to open. If it doesn't break open, no more love can get in, no more light, no more good stuff. So rather than stay stuck like that, you want to open it so then it gets bigger, and then that heart comes back together and it's even fuller, and it's even better, and it's even bigger, and it's even more bold, and it can hold so much more because you've healed it, you've cleansed it. You've cleaned it, you've realigned it with all the things that matter and all the things that are important. And, I know this is going to heal. And I just wanted to come on and share this because Spirit has been nudging me to get this message out. And I kind of didn't know how to go about it, because I was like, well, how do you explain that to people? And, and this area, people, on your face is very sensitive. I use so many products, and like when this happened, I was using rose like crazy. That seemed to really soothe it. Frankincense really soothed it. There's certain things that soothe it, certain things that don't. I've been all over the internet researching. I've been talking to people. I've been learning, what is this? Some type of a dermatitis, and, learning all that I can learn. Now, yesterday I just went for an acupuncture session with my friend Anna, and she was able to go in and do a lot of acupuncture that then helped to... I found out my immune system's low and that there's a virus. It gets dormant in the body. And so, when stuff like that comes out, you're more sensitive to things, anything in the air, the environment, products. So I believe once we're able to put that dormant and get things healed, and again, that's loving yourself. And that's what it all comes down to. So I won't keep you guys any longer, but I have good products that I know will help you, and we'll keep an eye on this and see how it goes. We'll literally keep an eye on it. So I'm gonna go now. Take care, brush your hair. Till we meet again. Peace.